Hello, West Hills College faculty here. So while we're in this transition period with the module for program review is not set up and our mapping from program level SLOs to course level SLOs is not complete yet. Hopefully it'll be done next semester here. And here's the data that I'm going to send you in regards to your program level SLOs. The example that I'm going to use is the political science SLOs. So Kevin, hopefully you're okay with that. But let's go with it here. I just want to tell you where the numbers are coming from and what numbers you want to put down on your SLO results page. So SLO data, it will look like this. The way it prints out in Illumin is in purple, so we'll keep that color here. So this whole column, or the two columns here, are the far exceeds expectations. Those are your A values. The next one becomes your B values. This is your C values, your D values, F values, and then the ones that did not even make it. And so those are kind of fuzzy as we're going to talk about the end result. Here's a little situation in Illumin. What they do, they still include it in your percentage list, and it goes against you in the percent. So we can have that little conversation in regards to how that can work. But let's go with this column here is what we want to show is the pass rate per SLO. So PSLO number 1, here's the classes or the CSLOs that are connected to it here. This is the raw data from Illumin coming in, and I copied and pasted from the reports that were given. And then what I did is I just took the average. So this is going to be the average of the SLOs, and I took those, literally just to add them up, divide by how many there are right here, and then I go all the way through with it. And then over here, this is your pass rate per the SLO. So you can kind of see for PSLO number 1, it's 78%, and then you go on from there. Hopefully that's good enough of an introduction here. If you want to dig just a little bit deeper, so this is going a little further. First part is just to clue you in how to read it. Second part is see how these things were formed. And so that little, what you may want to talk about is, if you want to, on the program level SLOs, maybe like the zeros that came in. If you want to talk about that here, you may want to talk about if there's really fluctuations in the data. You may want to talk about just the number of people. Like for PSLO number 3, there's only 7 people that are connected to this. Overall, there's only 18 people that are being tested at this. So this is a very low, we call it N value, a very low sample size. So you want to kind of keep that in mind, especially if this is way off. As opposed to coming over here, if you add all these up, and the add up feature over here, there's almost 1,600 students right here that have been tested. Right there compared to the 18 over here. So kind of just keep that in mind as you do it. Alright, as I scroll further down, you'll see sometimes where the class itself, one SLO determines everything, so kind of keep that in mind here, even though this is a good SLO because that's roughly 700 students right there surveyed. This one right here, there are only 13, so kind of be mindful of that. Even though right over here for PSLO number 5, that's great because all those 13 people did pass the course level SLO right over here. You got zeros for the D value, zeros for the F value, zeros for the non-applied value. So with that in mind, let's go on to where I'm pulling the data from. This is the spreadsheet that comes from Illumin. It looks like this. It has the grand totals of every single semester, and then it has the total for all the semesters included. Alright, and hopefully that was at least a good introduction to where all this came from. If you have any further issues with it, please don't hesitate to contact me, email me, and if you want to sit down with the data so you can put it in correctly into your program review, that'll be fine as well. Thank you so much.